started.
Everyone, I want to welcome you all to our weekly meeting of Exaggerators Anonymous. I see some new faces here tonight, so before we get started, I'll briefly review our guidelines. Use your first name and last initial only when introducing yourself. Anyone may share their testimony, but no one is required to. If you feel that someone is exaggerating, you may gently challenge them by saying, "Really?" And the challenged person must clarify the statement that was challenged. Since this is only the third meeting of the new Tampa chapter of EA, I don't know everyone's name yet, and as I said, I see some new faces, so let's...
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late, everyone. The police had completely shut down an intersection. They were searching cars for an atomic device, and I couldn't get through.
Really?
Sorry. Actually, it was a police motorcade. They made me miss 3 lights in a row, and...
Really?
Oh, okay. Actually, I met this really cute traffic cop, and on a bicycle, you know, I kept chatting him up.
Oh, good for you. See, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Right. I feel so much better.
And that's the point of EA. To help us all see that for whatever reason we've fallen into exaggerating, it's not necessary to do that to win others' approval, feel good about ourselves, etc. So, as I was saying, since I don't know everyone's name yet, and as there are some new faces, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. And, since you just arrived, well, why don't we start with you?
Hi, I'm Barb T, and I'm an exaggerator.
Hi, Barb. Hi, I'm Dulcie P, and I'm an exaggerator.
Hi, Dulcie.
Hi, I'm Alan R, and I'm an exaggerator.
Hi,
Alan.
I guess it's my turn. Hi everyone, I'm Mary Alice C. I'm an exaggerator, I guess, and this is my first meeting.
Hi, Mary
Glad to have you
Alice.
here.
Hey, it's good to
Welcome.
see you.
Okay, well, hi everyone, I'm Biff G, and like all of you, I'm an exaggerator. Now the only difference between us is that a year ago, I decided to do something about it. So, I joined EA, and a month ago, I was asked to start the Tampa chapter. So why don't we open it up and see who would like to share a personal victory from this past
Oh,
week?
Biff, I have one.
Great, let's hear it, Alan.
Well, this week some of the guys at work went out for a beer, and I joined them. After a few rounds, they were all talking about playing sports in school, and one had been a quarterback, one had been a wrestler, and so on and on and on and on. Eventually, it got around to me. I've been on the football team too, but I mostly rode the bench. Guys, every atom in my body wanted me to say that I'd been an all-conference running back or something. But I controlled my urge and just admitted that I only really played on the practice squad. And you know what? They started chanting, "Rudy, Rudy, Rudy," like that guy in the movie. They accepted me just as I was, and it made my whole week.
Powerful testimony, Alan. Thanks. And that's the point, isn't it, folks? That we don't need to exaggerate to bolster our self-esteem because we're okay just as we are. And we don't need to exaggerate to avoid responsibility because most of the time the world isn't judging us nearly half as harshly as we judge ourselves. Right, Barb?
Right.
Okay, so who else?
Well, actually, I had a pretty good week until I got here tonight, Biff. Just before we got started, Mary Alice asked me if this was my first meeting, and I didn't want her to know that it was only my second meeting, so I told her I'd been to dozens.
Dulcie. Dozens?
I know, I was just trying to keep her from finding out that I was practically as new as she was. And I'm sorry, Mary Alice.
Oh, sorry.
Mary Alice, since you're new, you may not want to share it tonight, but I haven't heard you exaggerate even once this evening. Why did you come?
Guys, I don't exaggerate in the usual ways and for the usual reasons that people exaggerate.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay, then how do you exaggerate?
Well, when something happens, something that causes even mild surprise, I scream. An ear-piercing scream that is out of all proportion to the surprise. Like I was just stabbed. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I drop a pencil, I scream. Someone calls my name, I scream. The telephone rings, I scream. It's horrible. My boyfriend said if I don't do something about it, he's leaving.
Really?
Yes, really.
Well, that's a new one for us, Mary Alice. We'll have to work on that in the weeks to come. I had a pretty good week too. I only backslid once. When I was filling out an online dating form, I said my height was 6 foot, even though I'm only 5'11" and a half.
Really?
Okay, 5'10". Well, that's all the time we have for this evening, but before we close, by reciting the Exaggerators Pledge, I want to remind all of you to try to get here on time next week, as I am expecting hundreds of people to show up.
Really?
Just kidding. Okay, let's close out. I accept the things that are good about me, and I shall from this day forward no longer exaggerate in order to seek attention, avoid responsibility, bolster my self-esteem, or manipulate or deceive others. I shall speak the truth quietly and clearly, and I shall begin now. Beautiful. Good night, all.